Hello and welcome everyone to CFO Insights brought to you by Hyperbots. Today we have Kelly O'Neill, who's the head of KMONE Ventures. Welcome, Kelly.
Hello, it's great to be here today.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're here to discuss the intricacies of payment terms in vendor invoices and purchase orders and how state-of-the-art tools can enhance our understanding and management of these variations. So let's start with the basics. Could you explain what payment terms in vendor invoices or POs typically refer to, and why are they so important in business transactions?
Absolutely. Yeah, these payment terms are really critical for the functioning of a sound finance practice. Payment terms define the conditions under which payments must be made by the buyer to the seller. And these terms are really crucial because they directly impact cash flow management, liquidity, and the overall financial health of both parties. They also influence vendor relationships as timely payments foster trust and reliability, while delays can strain these relationships. And understanding and negotiating appropriate payment terms is really key to ensuring smooth operations and maintaining positive business dynamics.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, since we're talking about payment terms, what are some of the common payment terms that you encounter? Could you give us a few examples of these?
Absolutely. Some common payment terms include net payment terms. So that would be like a net 30 or a net 60. And this payment is due within a specified number of days after the invoice date. So as an example of net 30, it would be payment is due in the 30 days from the invoice date. Another one would be discount terms. And that would be an example like a 210 net 30. This offers a discount if a payment is made within a shorter period, like a 2% discount if paid within 10 days, with the full amount due then at the 30-day mark.
Right.
Another one would be cash on delivery. Payment is made when the goods are delivered, ensuring that the buyer pays only upon the receipt of payment. And another and last one would be milestone-based payments. These are payments with various stages of project completion. So an example of that would be 20% might be due upon signing, 40% at a midpoint, and then 40% at the completion. These are just a few examples, but the key is that each term is designed to balance the needs and capabilities of both the buyer and the seller.
Okay. So, how do extended payment terms like net 120 or net 180 affect a company's cash flow and their vendor relationships?
Sure. These types of payments in extended payment terms, like a net 120 or a net 180, can provide the buyer with more time to manage their cash flow. And this gives them flexibility. So particularly if they need to generate revenue from the goods or services before they're making their payments. However, so they can strain vendor relationships if they're not managed carefully, and they have to be watched along the way. So as the vendor may face cash flow challenges while waiting for the payment is a common thing. To mitigate this, clearer communication and where possible, compensating the vendor for the extended payment period through higher pricing or other incentives can help maintain a positive relationship.
Right. So, since we're talking about positive relationships, could you tell us how discount terms like 210 net 30 can benefit both the buyer and the seller?
Absolutely. So discount terms like a 210 or a net 30 can be mutually beneficial for the buyer. It offers an opportunity to save on costs by making an early payment. For instance, a 2% discount on a $10,000 invoice saves the buyer $200 if paid within the 10 days. And then for the seller, it improves the cash flow by accelerating the payment. It's a win-win scenario for both the buyer and the seller. The buyer reduces expenses and the seller improves liquidity.
So, how do milestone-based or progress-based payments that we talked about earlier, how do they typically apply in large projects or contracts then?
Milestone-based or progress payment terms are common in large-scale projects where work is delivered in stages. For example, in a $1 million construction project, payments might be structured with 20% due upon contract signing, 40% after the first phase of construction, and the remaining of 40% upon the completion. This structure ensures that the contractor has the funds needed to continue work without placing too much financial strain on the buyer, who pays only as the milestones are achieved.
Okay. So, why might a company opt for consignment payment terms, and what are the potential benefits and risks?
Yes, consignment payment terms allow a company to sell goods before paying the vendor. And this can be particularly advantageous for inventory management and cash flow. The vendor retains ownership until the goods are sold, reducing the buyer's financial risk. However, the risk to the vendor is higher, and as they are dependent on the buyer's ability to sell the goods. So this term is beneficial in industries like retail, where products may take time to sell.
So, with the increasing complexity of global supply chains and diverse payment terms that we talked about, why is state-of-the-art technology needed to manage these variations effectively?
Yeah, it's really essential to being able to innovate. With the state-of-the-art technology, it's managing the complexity of payment terms across global supply chains. And advanced AI and automation tools can analyze and optimize payment schedules, also identify potential cash flow issues, and then ensure compliance within the contract terms. They can also help negotiating better terms by providing data-driven insights. And in today's fast-paced business environment, manual management of these variations is not only inefficient, but is also prone to errors, making cutting-edge technology as a necessity.
Okay. So, how do payment terms impact financial planning and reporting within a company? And what role does technology play in this aspect?
Payment terms directly affect a company's financial planning and reporting, and they influence when cash outflows occur, which in turn affects budgeting, forecasting, and liquidity management. For instance, an extended payment terms may require adjustments in cash flow projections, while early payment discounts may lead to reallocation of funds to maximize savings. And technology plays a crucial role by providing real-time visibility into payment schedules, enabling more accurate financial planning and ensuring that financial reports reflect the true state of the company's obligations.
So, since we've been talking about these advanced systems and what they do, extracting and understanding these variations in payment terms can also be challenging for such systems, right? So, could you explain why more advanced models are needed to accurately interpret and act on these unstructured payment terms as written on invoices?
Absolutely. Payment terms can be presented in various formats and wordings across different invoices, making them difficult for standard AI systems to interpret. And these terms are often written in unstructured text, requiring advanced natural language processing models to accurately extract and understand them. Additionally, understanding context, such as the relationship between different terms and the overall payment structure, is crucial for correct interpretation. And advanced AI models equipped with deep learning and sophisticated algorithms are needed to not only extract these terms, but also to automatically take appropriate actions, like triggering the payments or flagging discrepancies. This capability is essential for ensuring compliance and optimizing financial operations in complex business environments.
All right. I think that would be all for the interview. Thank you so much for your insights, Kelly. It's always great talking to you. And understanding these payment terms and leveraging advanced technology, it clearly plays a pivotal role in maintaining both financial health and strong vendor relationships. Thank you so much, Kelly.